What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everybody is doing as good as they can. All right, hopefully everybody, because, I was about to start, going about my day doing what it is that I, normally do in routine. But, something was weighing heavy on me to let it be known that the devil is running rampant right now. I'm going to say it again. The devil is running rampant right now. You're hearing all these different things. It's wild that just within the first 15 minutes of getting up this morning, that you're already hit with so many stories, right? And it's been going on way before the new year. Mass shooting in New York, the truck incident that was yesterday. There was a double homicide that just came through on the notification. I think involved a child. I cannot recall if it was just a couple of days ago. We had a school shooting. And mind you, it's been school shootings all over the place. But do you see the upheaval? Do you see the constant upheavals? Now, in the book of Revelations, it talks about that when the time comes for us to really be shown what it is that we need to be shown, there will be upheaval. Right? When the Lord decides to make his presence known, which I feel like his presence has always been here, but I'm talking about in a comprehensible manner for us. There will be upheavals. There will be plagues. We don't talk like that, right? So for us, it would be pandemics, right? It would be stuff like COVID and all this other stuff. I don't know what you guys follow. There's also something going on in China that again, they got something going on that's spreading around over there. So, and then we know about the wars and stuff that's been going on over in Gaza and everything with that. In these times, and this is why I keep saying, like, we still got to be able to find our zen. We still have to remain grounded. The way the devil works, the devil is of the mind. The enemy seeks to steal and destroy. And what he's going to do, he's going to do it from within. He's going to do it from within. So if all this upheaval is going on and I get everybody feared and scared out and in a panic, what's going to happen sometimes is people going to meet that vibration. You don't want to end up meeting the same vibration. I'm trying to let everybody know, do not get on the enemy's level. That's what he wants right now. Everybody out here talking about, did you see this? What do you guys think the fog is? Well, what's in the fog in it? Don't entertain that. That's the enemy. That's what the enemy wants you to do, is you to be sitting up here freaked out. If you believe that God is real, if you believe God heals, what are you concerned about? If you are getting right. So I'm going to say again, and I know people probably get a little frustrated because I'll go right in the comments and say, if this is bothering you this bad, if you this curious, I'm going to tell y'all an unbothered spirit. You seeing it, you going to see it. Because they rattled. It's rattling them. They don't know what to do. Everybody about to go haywire. This is why you're going to get a mass upheaval, because everybody's panicking. This is going on. Homelessness, hunger, unemployment. All these things are going on, and I'm not exempt. I've been telling y'all what my story is. I'm in the process itself. I'm unemployed. I had a situation with my job and whatnot. That's what I'm going through. Any minute now, that eviction notice is going to show up. And I'm going to be in the process too. But I keep telling y'all that in these times, when we release, when we let go, when we detach, I don't care about that. I don't care about the material things. What I care about is having a peace of mind. And the peace of mind I have is because I have faith. I have faith that something has to be greater. There has to be something better than this. There's no way that we were birthed and put on this earth just to see pain, sorrow, and suffering. I don't believe that. I still don't as of this moment. That is the wildest thing. Like, no, there's too much beauty. There is too much. I believe in the word. And there's just no way. I'm still trying to see the different levels of heaven. And I know it's here. We already in it. I'm telling you, if you guys have not read the book of Enoch, go ahead and check that out. Because when it talks about the different levels, Yeah, you got the things that, like where those that ain't meeting the requirements go, but it's also about where the ones that are, and the way he talks about the beauty, the way he talks about it is already here on this earth. The little area in which we live in is only a little minute. I don't even think there's a word small enough to explain how we ain't even scratched the surface yet of the glorious wonders, the beauty of what God has to offer. That's what I hold on to. That's what keeps me moving. If we believe in healing, if we believe in those things, why am I about to be sitting here worried about the fog? That's the enemy right there. The enemy wants you to be riled up about that because he's going to get in your mind. Do not allow yourself to become an open vessel for destruction. It's here. It's here. I keep telling y'all that change is among us. Change is among us. There is a transformation for everybody. Just the way you're going to be transformed, that's going to be your story. That's going to be your path. That's what I'm trying to say. It's how we handle these situations. The reason that these things are brought to our attention is because it's going to be how you handle what's going on in these times. We have to hold on to that. That's not delusional. That's none of that. Because again, if you weaken this up here, the enemy going to come in and he going to steal. He seeks, steal, and destroy. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. People need to remain calm. You need to remain strong in your faith right now. There is light on the other end. Cliche enough, there's light at the end of the tunnel. If you believe. If you have that faith. There is no way all this is going on and it's happening right before your eyes. So you ain't as asleep as you think you are. Sometimes we purposely put on our own rose-colored glasses. The book of Revelations talks about those horsemen. I've read this stuff before, y'all. It's a lot of information to retain, but it does tell you about those it's them seals. It's about when the four horsemen come out. That, like we talk about again, we don't say it, we don't call them plagues, but when we talk about the sickness, when we talk about the sickness, when we talk about the upheaval, the wars, to me, God has been sitting here the whole time. It's like sitting somewhere cross-legged looking at us like, these fools don't know all it would take is for me to uncross my legs, me to stand up, me to just step down off my throne so I can step through here. The thing is, God said he's not going to respond to our foolishness the way he did the first time. He already knew. He knew the first time when he destroyed the earth, right? But he didn't want to go like that. He was like, you know what? We're not going to do this again. We're not going to handle it that way, because his wrath is just like if I took my hand and just went whoosh. That's how his wrath works. Because of that free will, because we do have choices, we have a choice to choose whether we want to entertain the devil's antics or whether or not we're going to stand in faith, continue to find a sense of inner peace, relaxation, reflection, grounding ourselves. We have intuition. We see the things going on around us. We don't have to entertain that. What we need to be doing the best that we can is to cover our home. We need to make sure that we're doing that. Cover your home, cover your spirit, cover your sanity, cover your mind. Be aware. Awareness is very important. This is me saying this, and I've always believed this. In order for me to be aware or me to know what I'm dealing with, I need to know about it. And sometimes people get so bent out of shape about certain things when we find out exposure is not bad. I need to see what the enemy is. I need to see how the devil works. I need to know all of that. That does not make me into that type of ordeal. It's just I don't know what I'm dealing with. And during these times, you got to understand there's people working for the enemy just like there are people working for God. It's just what it is. These could be people in your family. This can be friends. This can be your own spouse. This can be all those things at this time. chapter 6 is where, in book of Revelations, is where it gets into those different details. Verse 13 here, when it says, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, and even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll, when it rolled together, and every mountain and island are moved out of their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in dens in the rocks and the mountains. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. Sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? I think the Bible verse yesterday was John. Those that seeketh know that eternal. When you seek God, when you seek his shelter, when you seek his shielding, when you seek his protection, eternal life is among you. You won't be sitting there worried about the stuff that the people that's going to be doing this. I want to go back and touch specifically on the kings of the earth, the great men, the rich men. This isn't just men, right? But you understand. The rich men and the chief captains and all the mighty, all the high powerful people, right? All the people that sit in them high places. The people that feel that they can judge you. These are going to be the ones hiding behind, doing what they're doing right now, hiding behind the scenes and shit when this shit finna all hit the fan. That's what's going on now. You're going to see people respond in the wrong way. That's what happens when we get scared and we panic. And just so you don't think I ain't looking at it, this book been in my family. Y'all, this book has to been around before I was born. This book old. You can see. You can see it. This one of them old. The text too darn small. I need my glasses on and a translator to understand the darn text in here. So again, I don't want you to think that I'm not looking at that, because that's what I see when I wake up and the first 15 minutes of the day is, and mind you, last night I heard about the little truck incident. What was about 15 people killed there and mass amount of injuries or whatnot. And then this morning there's a mass shooting in New York. You're like, well, damn, shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers just running rampant, right? Running rampant. And then, of course, the fog and stuff. You know, people are bothered by the fog and feeling sick and everything. And, you know, like I said, new presidents are finna change and put people in positions and stuff like that. You need to just get yourself right. I keep saying that. If you that bothered by the fog, if you that bothered by the upheaval and everything that's going on, the losses we're going to take, the exposures we're going to experience, everything is going on. Everybody's going through something. It's going to be so unbearable for some people. Like I said, it was a double homicide notification that came through, and you know, folks are gonna literally, this is how the enemy gonna get in your head once he freak you the fuck out. People gonna turn on their family. They're gonna turn on themselves. Something I feel fell to the wayside is in the recent years the high level of murder suicides. And trigger warning, I'm not trying to trigger nobody. I need you to understand, and that's the whole point with this whole what is it, this culture where we got to tiptoe around what needs to be said and how they present information. That's why y'all don't know how to get right, because you've been half-assed. You're not even getting the real information. I'm not trying to trigger nobody. I need you to really think again how the enemy gets in your mind. He seeks, steals, and destroys. And what he's going to do is you guys are going to get so freaked out. You're going to get so panicked. You're not going to have no faith. You're going to start doing whatever you think is best, you're going to hit that same vibration and you're going to find yourself destroying yourself. Exactly what the enemy wants. He's a coward. He ain't going to do it himself. He's a coward. What he does is he get in and he manipulate and he wants you to do it to each other. This is where you're going to get the destruction at in your own family. Amongst the people that you love and the people that you care about. Because that's how the enemy works. That fool cannot touch God's children. He has to manipulate the same way he couldn't touch Adam. Adam is your worldly God. This is the person who was put here to sustain. And I'm telling you, you might not read certain texts in certain versions. This is why you need to have an open mind, even when you're reading the scripture, right? The book. Enoch's version of it tells you the exact power that Adam held, right? The devil couldn't even step to Adam. This is why he had to try to go through Eve and do all this manipulation that he was doing, because he could not approach. He can't approach us, so he has to, because if we are made in his image, how can he approach us? That means all of us have a piece of God within us. We are his people. We are his creation. So he cannot step to us. So he has to do it through other means of manipulation and coercion and illusions. That's why he has to do that. This is why he can possess. Now he can do that. He can, because you know why? Because of the free will. Because people can be weak. The mind is right there. That's the door to your vessel, which would be your outer body. He get in the minds and tell you to disown your family. Leave them behind. Don't help them. I'll give you this. I got money over here. I got riches. I got this position for you. Just make the sacrifice. I'll give you this. There you go. I'll give you a bunch of women. I'll give you a bunch of men. Just leave your spouse. Walk out on them. Go on, sleep around on them. People are going to be catching STDs. It's going to be, again, trigger warning. It's going to be a high suicide rate. We already see the mass shootings. Enough said, right? There's going to be a lot of loss. Because people they already don't have faith. And then the people that do have the faith, because of how strong, you need to really understand how powerful the devil is. Come on now, he could not have sat in the position that he sat as a high-ranking angel. He's fallen. But understand his position and the power that he holds. So the people that are standing in faith, let me tell you how they can get knocked off their square. How they can lose faith and how they can be sitting around here trying to get on the same vibrations because they can't handle it. I'll never forget that time my niece asked me about, do you know what it's like to have anxiety? Do you know what it's like to have anxiety? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, girl, look. I know what it's like to be trying to hold on to the last little grip of sanity that you have. I told her that, man. I remember rolling around on the floor in this motherfucker. Now people ain't gonna know that because they just figure, oh no, you got it together. When I tell you that the devil will get in your mind and have you in this bitch looking some type of way with yourself, that's how hard you're gonna be trying to grip and stay within the light source of yourself. The spiritual attacks. Again, people closest to you hurting you. People, you, whether it be at your job, whether it be these things, everything coming at you tenfold. You know what I'm saying? You don't have nowhere to turn to. You also got to fight your own demons at the same damn time, whether that be addictions. For me, it's addictions. You got to try to fight your own demons on top of other demons that's coming in to attack you. These are going to be some very sad times. You got to keep your faith. You got to continue to stay grounded. Know what's going on. You need to be aware. You need to know what the enemy looks like. Do not be scared of illumination. Do not be scared of exposure. Do not be scared of things that's going to come out, because I'm telling you, what's about to unfold is going to shock a lot of people. But we need to see it. How can you handle something? We all be talking about change and doing these things, but you cannot change when you don't even see the problem. If something is not a problem to you, you won't work on it. If something, you get what I'm saying? If you don't know, you won't even, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to entertain it. It kind of like roll off like, yeah, whatever. That ain't happened to me. This is like the first few verses of chapter 6. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard it were the noise of thunder, one of 4 beasts saying, "Come and see." And I saw and behold a white horse, and that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and went forth conquering and to conquer. Conquering and to conquer. And when he opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him, and that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. Hold on. That was verse 4. This, again, chapter 6, verse 4, Revelations. And there we went out another horse. This is the second one. That was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he sat on him, and a pair of balance in his hand. These them scales. We gonna stop right there. You understand how to get balance, right? Like, we got to come in and make some things right. We got to make some things right. All this one-sided stuff, all this people being deceptive, people being sneaky, people doing shit behind the scenes. It's going to come to the forefront. I always say, and again, it's probably weird comments that people may think that you leave on their thing. If you know you right with God, if you know you on the right side of karma, right? Why are you so, again, I'm saying, man, why is you so bothered? Why is you so bothered? Why everybody so freaked out? That's why everybody want to know, hey, man, what are you doing? And what is this and what is that? I see it, I hear it. I like my news given to me in depth. I like it raw and uncut. That hits different. That hits different. Don't sugarcoat nothing with me, and don't give it to me in subliminals. Give it right on to me straight. Because you need to see it for what it is. I'm not bothered because nothing on my heart has ill intent. And the Lord knows that. You won't pay attention during these times. You're going to see people expose themselves for who they are. Because it's going to be these times where people are going to start acting a little funny. You're going to see it. It's illumination time. The third horse, the scales. Balance. Balance. There's nothing to worry about here. I have nothing to worry about. I know my intentions. I know my heart. God knows your intentions, and He knows your heart. What it bleeds for, what it hurts for, are the people who won't listen. The people closest to you, the people you love, the people you care about that will not listen. They don't believe. They don't believe. That's what I heard for. That's what I cried for. That's why it's so hard to step away. That's why it's so hard to walk away. If God has removed you, if He has removed things out of your life, pay attention. Pay attention. When the scales are being balanced, pay attention to what He's doing. Pay attention to what He's exposing to you. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to be scared of. What is natural is because we are human beings, and he understand that. That's why I ain't about to be talking about, well, as a crowd, I'll stand strong. Look, man, I be up in this bitch in my feelings. I be crying. I feel, because those are natural, humanly feelings that I have. Naturally. And because of what I see in my dreams, the visions that I get, it hurts because it's foresight. I had to come to kind of understand that, because there have been things that I have seen in my dreams, and it's coming upon us now. It hurts because you try to warn people. You try to let them know, like, man, I had a weird dream last night, bro. Like, there's something about this ain't right. It is 9:09. I got 2 phones sitting over here. Everything is lit up with 9:09 right now. Confirmation. 9, 9, 9, 9. 10s are endings. 9, 10. I hurt for the people. I hurt for things. That's what I hurt for. I ain't sitting up crying and scared and this, that, and the third. It's the fact that I can't control what's about to happen. You can't control what's about to go down. We are here. We are sent here to give you the message and let you know, but we all know that everybody ain't going to receive it. Everybody's not going to receive it. And that's what I hurt for. That's what my heart bleeds for. The people that I love, the people that I care about. And then when you try to tell other people, and it's just like, it's how you get dismissed. Ain't nobody hearing you. Ain't nobody hearing you. Y'all, I'm going to just say again, the devil is running rampant. The devil is running rampant. If you know you on the right side of things, you have nothing to worry about. I'm going to end this off once again with, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, the rich men, the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens, in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? You know who's going to be able to stand? Because it talks about it in John. The people who know that they're on the right side of things. The people that know that they had trusted themselves within God. He promises us eternal life, and I don't believe this is somebody that goes back on their promises. So why am I... Please knock all the rocks down. Please, man, hide me. I don't want to see that. Yeah, I don't want to see the wrath. I'm ready for a real protector to come on through. I'm ready for some real justice to come on through. Why would I be scared of something that has promised me eternal life? Why would I be scared of somebody that can really heal? Not his PhD. Why would I be scared of that? Why would I be scared of somebody that has showed me they ain't never left my corner as long as I were to tap in? And let me tell you how close he is. Because if I'm made in his image, then that is how close. All I would have to do is turn into within myself. All I would have to do is turn within myself. And how do I turn within myself? It's through prayer, meditation, and reflection. Open your mind. Stop letting people tell you that spirituality is bad. Y'all better wake up, and you better wake up fast. Y'all better pay attention to the false prophets. You have people cloaked on a religious little label. How is my relationship with God from within, and everybody got you believing that the only way to be saved is to go to a sanctuary, is to go to a building? That is not true. My sanctuary, my temple is right here. It's right here. I don't need to go nowhere outside of myself. That does not mean a person can't have a place of shelter for people to come to. I'm not saying that. But don't let nobody tell you that just because you didn't walk through those doors, because you didn't do this, that you will not be saved. It says if you believe in your heart that God bled, he sacrificed himself for us, If you believe that wholeheartedly and God knows your heart, that you will be saved, how is somebody going to tell you that just because I ain't attending your church, you know, the false prophet, the one that wants your money, the one that can be dressed up, you need to be able to use your discernment. The reason that everything in life has such a label behind it. Oh my God, this person's a tarot reader. Oh my God, this person is... Could you tell me the difference between a tarot reader and a priest and a preacher? Okay, this person used a deck of cards. This person got a book they never really look in. But they got a book and they may have skimmed a verse or two. And then they can rehash information to you. Everything is intention. Whether somebody stand in front of you with this book and a weird ass outfit on and tell you something, you believe it. It talks about in Enoch as well. And I thought it was the deepest thing to read, how education is a sin alone in itself. We gon' you know, like, people ain't gonna register that. Because the way we are supposed to seek and get our information, there's no way that we could have a jealous God, right? Think about this. And I know people don't like this, like, oh, he is a jealous God, oh, he did that, because he want all the attention, he want all the glory. He created you. I mean, damn, come on now. He want a pat on the back. Can I get a thank you? Can I get a thank you? Can I get some appreciation? Y'all running behind these folks because they tell you that, well, I'm the preacher in this church. They're not God. Your little local psychic reader, they ain't God. The sin, the thing that turns this act into a sin is not necessarily the person reading a freaking card, yo. That card don't do nothing. This book don't do nothing. It's about intention. It's how you seek your information, because if you go first, everything we do has to be sought first through our higher power. And again, I'm saying this to say before, and I know I done rambled a little bit. When God came to Moses, did he come to him in this book? Did the book float over? It wasn't that. No, it was a burning bush. So I want to know how somebody can keep talking about folks that look at tarot cards or whatever the case may be. His message came through a burning bush. I guess he was the devil, right? I guess, oh my God, bro, what you mean the bush? I know he had to go back and tell his wife, like, look, man, that burning bush, God said, because he gonna show. I need y'all to understand that God can show up in many ways. He didn't necessarily, he was chosen. And the way that he felt that maybe he needed to grab his attention, because think about it now, man, if he'd have did it any other way, now he had to do it through some extraordinary way that would have you like, hello, did it not keep his attention? That's the illusion when people keep trying to say that, well, it's the book, it's this, that. No, y'all better understand, you could have a whole false prophet dressed up in your congregation, with your whole congregation standing up there, and it's the whole enemy. People look down on homeless people. People look down on people that look different from them. Somebody that might be disabled. Somebody that might have a mental illness or something. Like, people look down and you don't know how the message is going to be given to you. Because everything we do should be first channeled through God. And if God is if he's like, all right, yeah, if you want to read them through them cards, go ahead and read them through them cards. If it's like this, and if it's through the book, if he want me to do it dressed like this, because, you know, y'all all got a perception, well, she cussing on there, or she this, that, and the Lord know that. He know that. He know me. He know like that. Like, he know when I'm tapped in for some odd reason, this mouth of mine just go. But my intentions in my heart is where my purity lies. Not in little mere words that man, and I don't mean just like men, but man made up. That's what's important. I'm not trying to say things a certain way on purpose. It's the way it comes out. It's the way that it comes out. Now, yes, people can use these things to cloak BS. And yes, a lot of tarot readers do that. They ain't gonna want to hear that either. I don't stand on sides. I stand in realistic energy And there ain't no way that God only speaks to me about relationships. You know what I'm saying? We need to be real. But that's what people want to hear. So folks are going to entertain you like that. That's why God said that's a sin. That's why it's a sin to do these things, because it's instead of going to him and you decided, I'm going to go see the local tarot reader. I just cannot understand what's going on here. So let me go do this. You do that in the same thing with the church. That's why that is also a sin. But again, for those that's woke, they're going to understand. I'm not ousting just tarot readers. I'm calling you out as the preachers too. I am not to you. That is not God. I am not going to bow and kneel to a man or woman. I should first go through here. If your message, just like me tripping up on that book of Enoch. I'm going to be honest. The how I got to the book of Enoch is because someone was tripping on me about the tarot readings or tarot cards. I learned it. I tripped up on that. I'll be honest, I probably would have never even said anything or got into any of that had I not got locked up. It's the strangest thing. I'm going to say it again. When Moses found that burning bush, his little fur baby, his little animal wandered off, right? And he ended up in some area that think about it. There's other stories that talks about how when God calls for you, it might look something as strange as somebody was put to a deep sleep. It was this. You never know how or where your circumstances is where you're going to find and communicate with God. And let me tell you, the one thing that all I wanted was a Bible. Even the way that I obtained my Bibles while I was locked up. Y'all better wake up. Because how he may come to you might not look what you are used to. You don't know how it's going to come to you. This is why you will hear certain people that have been in prison tell you where they found. Y'all might think it sounds funny, but that's where it's at. I've always known God. There's just a difference when he decides to communicate with you. All right? The devil is running rapid. Do not allow him to allow your mind to be a door for him to enter your vessel. And in these times, with all the fear tactics, with all the, oh my God, the fog, the pandemic, there's a shooting, there's a this, there's a that. Okay. Know about it. You are human. You're going to feel about it. But do not allow that to immerse itself into your emotions, your energy, and have you on vibrations that's going to destroy you. That's going to destroy you. And I don't necessarily mean it's got to destroy you physically. If you start getting on the same wave, you feel like you need to go out here and be a hoe. You feel like you need to go out here and steal and rob from people. Don't get on the same vibrations, because y'all all know people do that. The first thing when we have an upheaval and crazy shit going on, what do people do? They go ride. They go do dumb shit. They go ride. I don't know why, but whatever. I mean, don't get on the enemy's vibration. I know this was wordy, but I feel like it needed to be said. Like I said, I was going to do something else, but I was like, you know what? Let me do what was asked of me first, and then I'll get to that. Remember, you guys, it's one love, self. Peace.